honestly, the most hideous dress all of us had ever seen popped out. It was like sort of seeing your alter ego buy something, because it was you, but it wasn't quite you, you know. And on the wrist,
what
huge
colour?
big thing, like a sort of mustard yellow.
All right, now I've got
Why
Big
not?
Bird in my head.
Pale.
Welcome back to The Joy of Shopping. I am your host, Farah Sattaur, and we have comedian and writer Alexandra Haddow
Hello.
in the studio.
Hi.
Welcome.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
I'm really good. Thanks for being here.
Oh my God, thanks for having me in these
course.
warm knits.
I'm loving your jumper.
Thank you. Getting
Loving
Christmassy.
it. Very Christmassy, very festive. Yeah. I think we're both kind of twinning on this.
Yeah, exactly.
On this theme.
It's just like a warm, cosy post-Halloween.
Slightly hot.
Nosedive into Christmas.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right, I'm going to jump straight into it. What was
Okay.
your last purchase?
My last purchase was actually, sounds like I've made it up for this podcast, but the reason I was early to the QVC building today was because I got up early to go to a sample sale.
Love a sample sale.
Yeah, I know. And I get these emails from this place near me, and it's like tempting an addict, I think. Sometimes I'm like, don't open the email, don't look at it. But it was a Christopher Kane sample sale.
Oh, did you get anything?
So I went along and I got two things, which is quite restrained. One of them just a nice T-shirt, and another one was something that looks a bit like a lovely cosy jumper that you might wear to a sex party.
Lovely.
So it's very contrasting vibes.
I feel like we need to delve a bit more into this.
Sort of like cut out here. There's like chains on it at the bottom. Yeah, it's a one
like
piece.
lingerie.
Not as bad as it. That's what it's like cashmere, but with chains.
With cutouts.
Like if you were at the sex party, but you were like, oh, I'm just going to sit in
a
the
bit
lounge.
cold.
Yeah,
okay.
Exactly that. Yeah.
Oh wow.
For the aging sex party enthusiast.
I'm really into it. Come with handcuffs or anything?
No, sadly not. No.
What section was that in?
Just the knitwear.
Lovely.
So yeah.
As you do, slip it in there.
It's one of those things that I think within the like circumstance of the sample sale, they're like, this is me.
Yeah.
Because you're like, oh my
Why
God,
not?
Yeah, exactly.
Good prices.
So yeah, it was very good price. Too good, actually.
Yeah.
But I did put a dress back at the counter, which I sort of looked around as if I was going to get a round of applause, but no. But I was really proud of myself. For that.
Two items. That was this morning.
Yeah, that is my last purchase.
That kind of brings me on to if you're more of an online shopper or if you have to. I guess if it's a sample sale, you have to be there, right? It's not online.
They used to do them online in lockdown from that same place.
Oh, I guess you have.
That was
you
great.
Have to.
Yeah, but I would actually say, in my head, I would say more online, but actually it's 50-50. It's 50% charity shops and vintage shops, 50% vintage and Depop.
I've very recently gotten into my charity shop.
Yeah.
Shopping. And I said this before, it's just walking past them.
Yeah, it's mental.
It looks so good.
Yeah, I think it's also like a skill where once you start being able to be good at that type of shopping, things start standing out to you. It's like you can see things that other people can't. Because my friends that are trying to get into, they're like, oh, I never see anything. And I'm like, no, you just haven't got the third eye yet. Yeah. Which you will develop.
You need it.
Welcome. Yeah,
you're a part of the family.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I have found that some of these charity shops, they do sell full price.
Really?
Brand new, yeah.
Oh,
some of them there's a
like
section.
Zara stuff in there that I think even if it's got like a tiny fault or something, they give it to like shelter or something. But yeah, that's full price. I would say are the two words that strike fear into my heart.
I know, especially when you think charity shop, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So in the QVC headquarters.
Yes.
Have you ever shopped here before?
I haven't.
You haven't?
No, not yet. But I'm in it now.
Not yet.
I'm in. I'm fully in.
Have you watched QVC?
Oh yeah, a lot.
So you know what we're about?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you were to buy anything on QVC, because we've got lots of different departments, what do you think your first purchase would be?
Well, genuinely, I absolutely love this jumper. It's so nice. All the knitwear was lovely when I was having a little watch/peruse online the other day. But also, this is so boring. I feel like I'm getting into my cleaning products. I'm 36 now.
This has been brought up a couple of times,
Has it?
cleaning products.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. But honestly, see that little carpet thing that makes your carpet clean?
Yeah.
It's going to have to be that.
I mean,
so
if it makes you happy.
I feel like my mates are starting to send more and more videos on Instagram of like rugs being cleaned. And I don't know what that says about us as a society.
I've sat there and watched a rug that's black turn into this beautiful cream.
Yeah.
It looks soft as well, and I just think it's so satisfying to watch.
You know, you've got the constant news feed of doom, so why not just watch a lovely fluffy rug come back to life?
Come back to life. It's true. Why not? Okay, so shopping-wise, because this is the joy of shopping.
Yeah, of course.
Any funny experiences that you've had while shopping?
Oh, I'm trying to think.
Or strange?
I mean, the last thing before today that I bought was a nun outfit for Halloween.
You know, I'm going to have to ask so many questions about this.
I know, and I felt a bit conflicted. My Catholic mate was like, every day we've strayed further from God's light. So I was like, basically typing in like slutty nun.
As you do.
And the man in Argos, I went to get it from, I ordered it off eBay, but it came to an Argos, I had to go and collect it. And it literally said on the little, and honestly it was so slutty that the package of a dress, stockings, gloves and a habit was this big. Oh. That's how small it was. And it said slutty nun outfit on the thing. Didn't. And the guy handing it to me gave me a look as if to say,
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween, you big old tart. You know?
Was that always your inspo for this year? Or was it a toss-up between slutty nun and...
It was slutty nun, and I also got a cape, a red cape, because I thought sort of slutty Little Red Riding Hood.
Do you think there are any misconceptions about shopping on QVC? Just because you haven't shopped here before,
I know what you
interesting
mean.
to know.
Misconceptions. I think that maybe people think it's for older people. When I say older, I mean like middle-aged people. But actually...
Don't, because I was told that I'm in that middle-aged bracket now.
Oh my God, no.
So, let's just say our mums and dads generation.
Mums and dads generation. Yeah. But actually, a few of my friends have started shopping on it recently. And I think that's because I think it is a lot more known for fashion recently. And it didn't used to be...
Lots of fashion.
Do you know what I mean? It used to be more, whether it was rightly or wrongly, more thought of as homeware and sort of that kind of stuff. Kitchen stuff. But now it's actually a lot more...
There's just so many different departments.
Exactly. Yeah, I know it is massive here. Yeah, it's crazy.
In terms of you going on tour,
yes,
you were like, yes. What are you going to ask me? I'm just wondering, what do you feel like your essentials are when you're traveling?
Oh, well, like clothing-wise or anything-wise. Anything-wise. Do you know? This is going to make me sound so old, but. On my last 2 away gigs, this is so bad because I used to take the piss out of people. Can I say take the piss? Yeah. I used to take the piss out of people so much for doing this, older people. I have taken my own tea bags.
Yeah, especially abroad.
Yeah.
I have to, my PG tips.
But even in a nice hotel, the tea bags they give you, I think they were popped in the room in 1984. Do you know what I mean? And then
it's not brewing.
No, it tastes like oose that you find from under the bed. That's what my dad would say, basically dust. And it's horrible. So I started bringing my own tea bags. And I actually got quite superstitious at the Fringe this year.
Tell me, I've got loads of superstitions.
Have you?
Yeah.
Every time I gigged in heels, I had a bad gig. And then every time I gigged in flats, it went well.
So moving forward, you're in flats.
So now I had to sort of try heels when I got back from Edinburgh. It doesn't seem to be as like black and white back in the real world, but at the Fringe, it was honestly 100% record of like any time I put boots.
Does it have to be trainers or just anything flat
no, like
shoes,
a smart flat shoe. I wouldn't gig in a trainer. I feel like it looks a bit too scruffy. Even though trainers are nice.
Yeah, of course.
I feel like you look like you don't care.
Casual.
Yeah, I feel like my dad, again, now, because he always says that you have to dress up for the airport.
Yes.
That's a bit of an old-fashioned
and be like
thing,
5 hours early.
Yeah, oh yeah, God, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, ideally a day early. Do you know what I mean?
Book the hotel next door.
Yeah, yeah, I'm like, Dad, honestly, let's just chill.
We can relax. So my mum has sort of drilled it in me. New Year's Eve, you have to wear something with polka dots on.
Really? As a superstition?
Yeah, it could be. When I was little, obviously, my mum would just dress me in polka dots from head to toe, matching pyjamas. As I've gotten older, now it has to be like maybe a polka dot jumper or underwear.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's her superstition, but I've got loads. Like, if you see me coming in after midnight, I have to walk backwards because you let the bad spirits in.
Is that any night or just on New Year's?
Any night. Oh, New Year's is polka dots.
Yeah. Is
Any
that
night after
great
midnight.
happened to her when she did wear polka dots one year?
No. I'm going to have to ask her. But she just said polka dots, and 5 minutes before midnight, before it hits, you know, it will hit 2025. If you're having something at home, all the lights have to be on.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
So I've got a lot of superstitions.
New Year's at yours must be quite a stressful...
Wild. Oh, and 12 grapes.
Okay.
Everyone has to eat 12 grapes. Do you know that one, Lily?
I've heard this before.
Yeah, 12 grapes. Honestly, polka dots, 12 grapes,
Is that
all the
to do
lights
with the 12
on.
months of the year?
Yes.
Yeah,
I don't know the connection yet with grapes. I should really research this.
I have heard that. Well, my family's Scottish, and you have steak pie on New Year's Day.
Oh, lovely.
But if you're really intense, if you're really an ultra,
Go on.
you have steak pie at midnight when the bells go.
Oh, we used to have a full-on roast at midnight.
Yeah, did you?
Yeah.
Okay,
It
that's
was like, Happy New Year, right? And then we would eat, and then no one could eat. Because it's so late, we've been eating all the way through.
Yeah.
So yeah, lots of superstitions. But I'm really happy that you found your kind of good luck flat shoe attire.
And also more comfy.
Very true.
But yeah, it has to be like a smart flat shoe. In fact, I got some Burberry loafers for 80 quid on Vinted this year. Is one of them so tight that it cuts off the blood circulation?
You said that like it was a bargain. Is that a bargain?
Burberry, yeah.
What is wrong with me?
I know, yeah.
Burberry, sorry.
I know, one of them is
penny dropped.
so unbelievably tight. I need to somehow get around that, but I'll just suffer the pain.
No, I love that for you.
It's fine.
So in terms of gifts, what are you like buying for your close ones?
Buying for people.
Do you think you're good at it, or?
No.
No.
I think what happens is I think about it really in advance, and then I don't really, it sort of goes out of my brain, and then what I tend to do is throw money at the situation.
Look, me and my sisters always do that. We always ask, like, what do you want? This is the budget.
Yeah.
And then it's kind of like, do you want it or do you want money? And usually it's just give me the money.
Yeah.
I'll buy something myself.
Yeah.
Or a voucher, I always say. You can't go wrong with a voucher.
Oh, always. And it seems thoughtful, a voucher, yeah.
Yes.
I feel like with my boyfriend, I'm really good. I'm really like, here's some really thoughtful gifts or something you wanted to do or whatever. And then, yeah, with, my best mate, I'm always like, I've got a spa weekend. Help.
Amazing. What's your boyfriend like buying gifts for you? Well, how long have you been together first?
2.
Because I feel like it's important to know the time frame.
Yeah, just over 2 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Has he ever bought you anything and you're kind of like?
No, he thinks he's awful, but I think he's quite good, but it's because we're quite similar, I think.
Okay.
So in the past, I've been with guys and they've bought me stuff where I've been like, have you met me?
Yeah. What's going on here?
One of my ex-boyfriends who was honestly a really nice guy, if you're watching. He was a really, really lovely guy. And in general, he was very thoughtful. He got me tickets to go and see the Rolling Stones
Lovely.
once. It was great. But for Christmas, he bought me like a really old-fashioned, I should say, long cream cardigan, like your granny would wear on the way to the shops.
Like a cricket one?
Like, yes, a proper old school one. And he wrapped it in tin foil for Christmas. And I'm not a princess, but he, this was when we were younger.
Tin foil because we ran out of wrapping paper?
I think so, yeah. But
because he was just being
creative. Yeah, just I thought, if you wrap something amazing in tin foil, it could be a good decoy.
This is true.
But it was a double blow.
Did you tell him that you weren't fond of this?
Oh God, no! I was like, thanks so much. Couldn't love it more.
Right. Shopping hacks or gadgets. What's your favourite?
Shopping hacks. Always go into. Well, I love charity shop shopping and vintage shopping. But always ask the shop assistant in a good vintage shop.
Okay.
What highlights has come in that week that they like, that they wish they could buy.
Oh, that's a good one.
Because I think they sometimes hide it so that they can buy it by the end of the week. Yeah.
I did that when I worked in retail, not going to lie.
Yeah.
It's the perks.
I would do that as well. Yeah. Get friendly with the shop assistant, basically, is what I would say. Because then they, if it's somewhere, close to your house that you're fairly regular at, then they will start to be like, oh, this is coming, I think you'd like.
And if you're a regular...
Yeah, exactly.
It's
like
that
having a sort of
up.
personal shopper / friend.
Yes.
Yeah. That would be my, friendliness as a weapon, is what I would say.
What about gadgets? Because I love to cook. So I'm always looking at any kitchen gadgets.
I would say Mine is probably adjacent to that. Anything that makes cooking easier for me because I have no patience, and I really, really wish I did. Well, anything with food that makes it easy. You know, when you get that pre-chopped garlic, my boyfriend said that's a crime.
The lazy garlic. I have used that. And
It's
the lazy
so good.
ginger. It is. Depending on the brand, it is actually really good.
Yeah, and there's no rubbish in it. It's just garlic and then
It's just already done.
vinegar.
And
It's fine.
Yeah, I find with garlic as well, it just stays on your hands and fingers for a long time.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
don't bother. Save time.
Yes. No, I'm with you on that one.
I also got ridiculed quite a lot for a tweet a couple of years ago when Twitter was actually a thing, where I said, oh, sometimes I think I'm an adult, but then I realise I'm still using a cheese grater that I got in a Christmas cracker. It was like this big.
It's a tiny one. This is coming up quite a bit.
And it's apparently actually a nutmeg thing, and everyone said was calling me an
You're
idiot.
not the first
Am I not?
person that's brought the nutmeg grater up.
I
It's
thought it was a
size,
miniature
right?
cheese grater that was like a novelty thing.
Yeah.
And I was like I was doing like, dinner for
Cheese.
3, like just grating the whole thing with this tiny, just rather than buy cheese
No,
grater.
it's a thing.
Yeah.
I learnt that as well, so it's definitely a thing.
Okay, thank you. I'm not alone.
Just to affirm that.
And you're a cook.
I like to think so.
Yeah.
I haven't got one of those though, but it's been brought up here quite a few times.
Well, why not make things more difficult for yourself? Get one of them instead of
I
a
know.
big normal cheese grater.
Why not? Why not? So, have you received any strange gifts, any weird gifts, maybe from a fan? Or have you gotten someone a weird gift?
Mine sometimes is just panicking if I get people clothes that they never wear, but you're like, maybe this,
Maybe
this, because you
I've
panic.
kept the receipt.
Yeah, because you
just
panic
in case.
at the last minute. Or I'm quite bad at getting people things that I think they should wear.
Hint, hint.
Do you know what I mean?
There you go.
Yeah, sometimes you're like, especially male friends, working in comedy, you work with a lot of guys, and boys, I love you all, but some of your clothes, come on. This is why I try and
Help them out.
Try and push them in the right
nice
direction.
way.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. I
That's
also,
nice.
my housemate is he's a comedian. He's a very dark humour Austrian guy. And I once got him tickets to a musical, which he absolutely hated, but which was fun.
Did he go?
For the first half.
Oh.
Yeah.
He made the effort.
He made the effort, hated it, left. I met him in the pub after I went to watch the second half.
Oh, so you split it. Okay.
Oh no, it was then we both went.
Oh,
And then
I thought you were right, I'll take over.
No, I just thought it'd be funny to take him,
with
me to some all singing, all dancing thing when his kind of default is very low energy, not into any of that sort of thing. But sometimes you've got to push people outside the box.
Outside their comfort zone.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay, going back to shopping.
Yeah.
Is there a product that you have now? So a product you never knew you needed, but now can't live without?
Well, apart from the lazy garlic.
Apart from the lazy garlic.
A steamer.
Oh, I love a steamer.
I'm never touching an iron. I never have touched an iron, to be honest.
It just makes sense, doesn't it?
Steamer's so much nicer.
So easy, just so smooth.
And I've also reevaluated my relationship with the steamer because I used to work in fashion in magazines years ago. And, when you're an assistant and you start out, you have to steam everybody's clothes. And it's such a chore. But you're like, but I'm here, I'm in the room.
Yep.
It becomes like something you associate with work, but then, oh my God, at home. I mean, I used to honestly buy clothes so I didn't have to iron them. Like it was based on, will this need ironing? If so, never going to happen. Are you like this?
Yeah.
Okay. I think it's a generational thing.
Hate ironing.
Yeah.
And then when I got my first steamer a few years ago, I was like, wow, this is so much easier.
It's like under a minute done.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love it.
Yeah, no.
I'm obsessed.
Steamer.
Do everything
That's a
with
good
that now.
buy.
Yeah. Yeah, it's amazing. I love it.
So online shopping, have you bought anything on social media?
Only that, I'm going to buy next time. On Instagram when you get the adverts that come up and you're like, I am not a cog in the machine. Oh, what's that? They know me so well.
They're listening.
Yeah, they're listening, yeah. But it's next time, now that I want to buy that carpet thing, now the advert isn't coming up.
It's all about cleaning products for you.
It's like they're taunting me.
Yeah.
No, I try not to, because the only times that I've ever bought I try not to buy new clothes, basically.
Okay.
It's always...
Why?
Because it's fast fashion, isn't it? It's my...
Yes.
I eat meat, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's...
We try and do our thing.
Yeah, my thing
to better the world.
Not to buy like new fashion or fast fashion, but, you know, the couple of times that I have bought something like wacky off an Instagram ad because it's looked incredible on the model, sat in a certain way, shot in a certain way, it gets there, and like, you know, I'm too tall for it, and the crotch is like, you know, you can see I may as well be nude. like
it's booty just shorts.
Pardon?
Booty shorts.
No, it was like a catsuit that had like sheer panels, and I was like, this looks incredible. I'm going to break my rule. I'm going to get it off the Instagram ad. And it arrived, and it was, I mean, I think you would have seen less in a gynecological exam, honestly. It was too much.
No?
Yeah, straight on
The
vintage.
design or size?
Size, but I mean, I think it was one of those things where it was made for like very short people, because it was the right width. It was, I think it would have been baggy if I'd gone.
I hate that when you see something and you're like, oh, this is incredible, I can see myself in it, I want it, and then you get it and you're like,
the
not for me.
I've only recently, a few of my mates are quite guilty of this, but I recently, for the first time ever, something arrived in the post and I didn't remember ordering it. And it was like a £5 really nice kilt that I saw on Depop. But I was drunk after a gig and ordered it, honestly, I think in a matter of seconds.
Drunk shopping, not drunk texting.
Drunk shopping, yeah. And I literally just, I think it said suggested for you, and I clicked buy,
why not?
Post. And then the next day, like 2 days later, I was like, what the hell's this? I was like, God, I really like that. Oh, hang on.
I've never drunk shopped. Can't even say it properly. Drunk shopped. Is this a thing?
Not yet.
Not yet.
I think it's massively a thing. I used to work at a magazine that had, you know, like a fashion desk and stuff. And one day, the fashion editor, you know, they brought up a parcel, and the amazing thing was that she'd got it delivered to work as well.
Lovely.
And it was like an ASOS parcel for her, so she assumed that it was you know, maybe like a sample that they wanted her to look at or whatever. And honestly, the most hideous dress all of us had ever seen popped out. It was like a big meringue, like sort of grey and dusky pink abomination. And she was like, oh my God, as if I would ever put that in the magazine. And I was like, it's a bit weird that they would send you that and like no note or anything. I was like, it looks like someone has actually ordered that. Like, it's not in a press bag, do you know what I mean?
Right.
And she
I'm like, did anyone confess?
Yeah, and she looked on her own account and she had ordered it when she was really faced the night before.
Oh my God, it's a thing.
Yeah. And I'd never done it before, and I was sort of like in my head like, oh my God, as if you've never remembered.
You've done that.
Yeah, then I did it for the first time recently.
Oh wow, I can't wait for my first time.
Yeah, some people are really bad. Like they'll get online when they get in, I think, and just scroll on their phone, sort of, you know, when they're drunk in bed, when they're back with, you know, having a pizza or something, and they'll go for it. But actually, I've known people buy stuff on QVC after a night out when you come in and you put it on.
24 hours.
Exactly. That's how they get you. It's the official programme of the afters, I would say.
Oh my goodness.
My friend bought a sheepskin coat on QVC at 4 a.m. And we were all like, you do it. This is what you need.
I love the support at 4 a.m.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh my God, I've never done that before. Right, I'm excited to experience this.
I know, it's like sort of seeing your alter ego buy something, because it was you, but it wasn't quite you. You know, it's the person that you think you are.
Do you think there are items that you wouldn't normally buy?
Oh, very
when
rarely.
You're sober, and you kind of think, right, wouldn't normally buy this, but we can do it, right? Yeah.
I think everyone does that, and they think this is who I could be.
Do you have an alter ego name? So, you know, Beyonce's got Sasha Fierce.
Oh yeah.
Who's your
mine?
Do you have a stage name?
No, my name's just my name, but I feel like my mates for a long time called me Alan, which I hated.
Alan?
Because Alex got shortened to Al.
It's supposed to be sassy.
I know. My best friend is Electra, and we were like, oh, that's because she's quite, you know, hot-headed.
Right.
But mine, I think it's just like quite
just
nice
Alan.
man.
Alan doesn't even have a surname, just Alan.
Just Alan, like Beyonce, just one name. But yeah.
see where you went with that.
It's because I do go a bit sort of preppy and boyish.
Okay.
But then I go too feminine, and then I look like Rodney from Only Fools and Horses, in like like a strappy sandal or something really, really revealing.
That's a favourite show of my mum and dad.
What am I? Yeah, do you know what I mean? And I'll be like, that's not me.
No.
But that's what I've decided that I am.
Maybe it was Alan.
It was Alan.
Maybe it was Alan.
It was Alan pushing back.
Right. Spontaneous spend.
Spontaneous spend always is a very similar thing for me, I feel, whereas it's something that I think I can pull off.
Okay.
And often I won't try it on because I think on some level I know it won't be for me. Spontaneous spend. I did buy something I thought was really cool, a little pink skirt suit. It was from a charity shop. It was by QVCUK. Do you remember them?
Are they still going?
I think so. Yeah. But I mean, I haven't shopped there for a long time.
I used to call it. I was calling it QVCUK.
You're probably right.
No, you're probably right. But I had a QVCUK white bag for school.
Yeah.
Do you remember it?
Yeah.
And it was QVCUK in black. Never would I rock that now, only because I just don't.
But they were
like
very
big
cool.
brands. That was my school bag for a good.
Yeah.
And then you could see my books sort of bleed into the white material, so you'd start to see lines.
You were really cool.
But I kept wearing it. I was like, this is my school bag for the year.
Yeah.
Do you remember that bag?
I remember loads of. Now I'm at QVCUK.
QVCUK.
Right. It's French.
How did you say it?
I said QVCUK.
QVCUK.
But I'm probably wrong because it is KOO, isn't it?
KOO. Yeah.
But is that just because I'm Midlands with a lot
Someone
of
will let
northern
us know
friends?
after this.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Please write in.
Yeah, let us know.
It is French, so it's probably supposed to be pronounced like QVCUK.
Yeah.
Very sexy, no?
I like that.
Yeah,
that was good.
That's probably what it's supposed to be.
Yeah, I'll still say QVCUK.
Yeah,
I'll still say QVCUK. Right, so your most spontaneous spend was a QVCUK.
So, well, I thought it'd be really cool. No, actually, I'm changing my mind. Do you know what it was? It was in the same shop though, Shelter in Hackney. Get in there. I don't know who I thought it was. It's like a see-through dressing gown with huge feathers.
Sounds kinky.
Huge feathers up to here. And on the wrist,
what
huge
colour?
big thing, like a sort of mustard yellow.
All right, now I've got
Why
Big
not?
Bird in my head.
Pale blonde mustard
Right.
yellow, obviously the worst colour for me. But yeah, basically what I would say like a sort of 1920s starlet would wear when she is sort of off duty,
Just
padding around her palatial mansion. But
Yeah.
I was like, well, I must have it, obviously. It's been in my wardrobe. I haven't used it.
Well, that was my next question.
And also I can't wash it because it's got all these feathers.
It's a dry clean only.
I know, now that's never going to happen. But I can't bear to throw it out. Because I'm like, well, what if one day I am just
fancy
that woman?
dress. Put it in fancy dress.
Yeah, you're right.
Drawer.
That can be to cover up the slutty nun for next year.
There you go. There you go.
But always stuff like that. Even the skirt suit makes me look like Hillary Clinton. I can't wear it.
When you said pink, I had like fuchsia pink in my
No,
head.
like a sort of baby pink.
Oh, okay.
And I had the skirt
Hillary
taken
Clinton.
up so that it's basically just a bum cover. But it still doesn't look. It still looks like I'm trying to canvass for the local elections.
And do you still have that?
Yeah, I can't throw that out either.
Right.
Honestly, please take some of my clothes off me.
Alexandra, what is next for you?
Putting a lock on my phone,
Yes.
so that I can't shop after 9 p.m. I would say. I'm going on a little tour next year.
Amazing.
That'll be fun.
UK tour?
UK tour.
Okay.
Bring my own tea bags all around the UK.
Have to.
I'm doing one night at Leicester Square Theatre. Please come to that. There's so many seats. Oh my God, please come. And bring everyone you know.
I'm sure that will be filled. When is that one?
That's on the 28th of March. That's the last night of the tour. I'm going to have an after party. It's going to be
Of course
great.
you are.
Come
Leave your
along.
cards at home.
Yeah, leave your cards at home.
Yeah.
Yeah, just put your phones away in one of those Ziploc bags.
Yes.
and
just have a good time.
Yeah, so it's called Third Party. It's about sex and politics. It's fun.
Ooh.
Yeah, not like I'm not going to depress you with politics. It's like politically adjacent.
You'll have fun with it.
Yeah. Please come. Please come.
I'm sure it will be filled. Good luck with that.
Thank you
so
much.
much for joining me.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Hey everyone, thank you so much for tuning in to the Joy of Shopping podcast. Make sure you like, subscribe, and if you missed any of the episodes, make sure you check out our playlist.